you drop her down just as you go around up here, you can actually scoot up this bank real nice. I'll just give it some shirt, that's the best way. Hi, I'm Bing and I've got a P1800 custom.
So tell us about this. Now what are we in? We're in a 1970 Volvo...
1970 P1800.
P1800, okay.
Yeah, I've rebuilt two of these prior to this one.
Yes.
One being the wagon, which is the ES.
Oh, those are amazing.
I like them.
Yeah,
actually.
same. I'm a big wagon fan.
Some
wagon
people think they're called the shooting brake. That's what some people say. The first one I bought was out of a scrapyard, actually. 1961, which is the old Jensen built one. I bought that for I've been trying to buy that one for years. Old fella that owned a scrapyard. I used to go to school with his son.
Yes.
And the old fella wouldn't sell it to me because he was always going to do it up. He ended up by passing away, unfortunately. His son rang me. I mean, he was like, "Oh, you can come get that Volvo if you want."
Oh wow!
So
you just, oh,
I think
so
I'll give him
cool.
100 quid for it or something. But he had it under the canopy of a Luton van, you know. Luton van.
Yep.
But it was fucking rusty as they are, or as they were. The Jensen ones were the worst.
Yes.
Anyway, I did that up for a mate of mine who was a builder. Just about finished doing that car, and I took it for a test drive, and fuel hose split and caught the engine on fire.
Oh.
This is like just after we finished painting and everything.
Yeah.
And I managed to pull into a stupid really, but I managed to pull into a gas station.
Yeah, but that's the place you pull into to sort your car out.
Parked like not over.
Yeah, not over the pump.
Ran over, grabbed a fire extinguisher.
Yes.
And rather than lift the bonnet, because I knew that would
Yep.
to go for it, I just shoved the end of the thing in the grill.
Yep.
And put it out.
Unloaded it. Wow, that's awesome.
So luckily I managed to save most of the car, but then we just had to rebuild the engine or redo the engine bay and stuff, and it was fine. And I ended up by buying it back off him.
Oh yes.
Kept it for quite a few years and sold it just before I moved to New Zealand, which was like 27 years ago. It's not that I'm a big Volvo fan, I just love the shape of these things.
But these are beautiful. Like I'm not a huge Volvo fan, but these are beautiful.
Best looking Volvo they've ever built, I reckon, you know.
They are.
So yeah, the
real
blue
Carmen Gear sort of style about them.
Yeah.
The real
I think better than the Carmen Gear personally.
Yeah.
Thing here, I saw this kicking around down on the beach from Browns Bay from me.
Yes.
And there's this old fella in there, John, his name was. I got chatting to him, obviously. And he was, first thing he said to me, I said, I love these cars. First thing he said to me, you're not one of those people that puts, I want to buy this car off me, are you? And I was like,
yes.
what's your name? And he said, John. And I said, well, my name's Bing, and I would never do that. Because I wouldn't, like, you know.
Yeah.
So I said, I've seen it kicking around a little bit. I said, so obviously I knew you're local. I was just waiting till I could meet you.
Yes.
You know. So anyway, he owned this car for 38 years. Yeah, I didn't see him for a long time. And so I'd lost him. I hadn't seen the car. I'd seen him a couple of times, but he was going the opposite way. Blah blah blah.
Yep.
Tried to chase him, lost him. Blah blah blah. Anyway, then he parked outside my house at New Year when I was away, and my missus went out, took photographs of the car. And then when I got back from New Year, she was like, oh, this is that car you've been after, isn't it? I was like, yeah. I just want to write a nice little letter to him, asking him if when he's ready to, this is my address, this is my phone number, blah, 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 give me a yell. Anyway, within like 2 or 3 days, the phone went one evening, and then I went, he said, it's John here, and I was like, John who? And he goes, John with the Volvo, and I was like, how you doing? My missus knew straight away it was, and I went and saw him the next day. Took it for a test drive. I could get 30 miles an hour out of it.
Wow.
Because it was just, he'd just been tootling around in it. It was just coked up and like, he was an engineer, so he looked after the car all the time he had it.
Yep.
His mother was the previous owner.
But he'd never driven it.
No.
No,
not for years. It had a tow bar on it as well.
Oh my
god! I was like, why is the tow bar on it? He was like, oh, because I pulled my little tiny trailer around with plants for his garden.
Oh my goodness.
So,
well, why not? That's the reason to use it, right?
Yeah.
If it weren't for that, it'd sit in the garage and get wasted.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
That's how I managed to get the car ready anyway.
That's so neat.
And I always want to customise it.
Yes.
So I've cut a couple of inches out of the back, or 40 mil actually, out of back each of the back arches.
Yes.
To fit 17s on here as opposed to 15s that were on there. I've upgraded the engine. It's got all new bigger pistons, bigger springs, valves. I've done everything to try to get
wow,
my power.
yeah.
So it was 130 horsepower from new.
Yes.
I haven't had it tested, but my mates all reckon it's about 165.
So that's a lot more. love the mechanics and the style and the... Oh, you're a little bit taller than me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just how everything's got reason. Like, it's not just... I just love the thought that's gone into everything.
Yeah,
The handbrake's on the right. Oh, the handbrake's not even on. Oh, the accelerator's heavy, eh?
I'll just give it some shirt, that's the best way.
Yes.
It's quite easy to drive.
Yeah. Well, it's old. Old cars are easy to drive, aren't they? That's what I love about them.
I don't know, I think older ones are harder to drive generally. If they've been messed around with anyway.
It depends what you've grown up. Oh, what am I?
Yeah, the
I was
indicator's
right?
on this side, yeah.
Yep.
That's overdrive on the other side.
Oh, wow.
Yes, full speed with overdrive. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, that feels amazing.
It goes alright.
Yeah. It's a lot peppier than I was expecting, even though you told me the figures.
Yeah, it was like I say, with that old cam in it, it was a street race cam I put in there, and it was just too much.
Yep. Yeah, man, that's lovely.
It goes alright, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like I said, I've just made it the way I want it, really. You know,
Like-
people, the purists, even the purists like it.
Yeah.
Because I haven't actually changed it that much.
No,
It
you
still
haven't
looks,
wrecked
it still looks like a normal P1800.
Yep.
But it's actually not as such. So if you drop it down just as you go around up here, you can actually scoot up this thing real nice. Sounds nice, doesn't it?
Yeah.
For an old car.
It sounds wonderful. Oh, not just for an old car. It just sounds wonderful. I'm a lot more of a fan of this than I thought I was going to be honest. As I said earlier, I'm a diehard JDM boy, but
Yeah.
as I'm aging, let's say, I'm getting more of an appreciation for other parts of the world.
Yeah, well, I used to have an old Celica, like the old Mustangy type style one.
Yep. Old RA.
Yeah, and I
Yep.
love that old thing. So there was about 1,600 of these ever made.
Is that all?
Something like that, yeah.
Far out. I thought there was a lot more of them than that.
Not that many of them.
It's got to be one of the more rare cars I've driven then. Well, thank you for letting me drive your cars.
My pleasure.
They were,
You're the first person to, I don't know, you probably are the first person to have driven the Porsche.
Porsche Turbo, yeah.
I've maybe one or two people, but not many.
Well, I came here hoping to drive the BMW. So, quite the birthday for me. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
So 3 out of 4, so that's not too bad.
My favourite to drive, the way we drove it, was this one, the Volvo.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we didn't go anywhere enough to...
drive, really. We didn't. Yeah, you didn't
Get to drive the Porsche. You know, it felt good and it was modern and it did everything it should, but this, for being the oldest of the three, it was so cool.
It's
And that,
nice.
when you said around this corner, give it a bit of a squirt,
Yeah.
it just wants to go and it just feels
does.
right and
Yeah.
I love it.
I haven't been on a long trip in that car yet.
Yep.
But on Tuesday, I'm driving to Whangarei in it,
Oh, cool.
and then going up to the far north.
Yep.
And I'm really looking forward to it.
Cool.
Really looking forward to it.
So what's your favourite mod that you've done to it? If you had to
This.
choose just one. Yeah.
With a motor.
Yep.
Like I said, it's got bigger pistons. I just wanted like I said, it was 130 brake horse.
Yes.
They go all right,
Yep.
but I just wanted, because I've customised it. So bigger pistons, bigger valves, springs, cam, everything I could do to that. And I've got it all through a company in Sweden
Yes.
that do that for them, so
Yeah.
they know their shit.
So it just went in like a Lego set.
They know their shit.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah.
And built locally, was it? Put all together?
Yeah. Tony Marshes actually
Yes.
he,
Yep.
did all the head for me.
Yep.
So I've had that made. So yeah, it goes well.
It
Actually,
does. It's beautiful.
It's very smooth now.
Yep.
I put too big a cam in it originally.
Okay.
So I've just rebuilt the old cam
Yes.
to suit the engine.
A bit more of a street car than a race car.
Yeah, I
Yep.
put a street race cam in there, and I thought that would be alright, but it was too lumpy.
I think that people like us that live in the nostalgic world think we want a rally car, and then we get one and go,
It didn't.
that doesn't drive nice.
It was hard to keep it even ticking over.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
difficult car.
Yeah.
So yeah, since I've had that done, it's perfect now. Yeah, I love it. And like I said, you know, it's an original old car. It had next to no rust in it at all.
Yeah.
2 places had a little bit of rust. And it was. I didn't even want to paint it actually,
Yep.
but because I do these couple of bits of rust, and I put that pearl lacquer over the top of the original colour.
Yeah.
And yeah, it gleams like hell. As you
yeah, look, when I pulled back to take that photo in the sun, it had the perfect pop on it, and it just looked amazing. And seeing an old car that looks like, right now, that's a beautiful old colour. Yeah. And yet in the sun, it's something a bit different.
Yeah, Safari Yellow it's called actually.
Oh yeah.
It's more of a mustard really than
I would almost call it a brown, and I'm a huge fan of brown cars.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
But the shuts and that I've left, I haven't put the pearl on the shuts and stuff, so that is actually a real colour, and that's the original number plate from it too.
Wow.
I did that over lockdown, so I painted that. I didn't do all the bodywork on it, but I painted it, and just learned to just do stuff to it to make it the way I wanted it really. Cool. Because originally I wasn't going to put the bumpers on it at all. Yep. And then during lockdown I thought, no, I had a spare bumper. That was what started it. I had one spare corner. And I thought, maybe I should just try it and see what it looks like. And I thought, actually, I'm really cool. And all the chrome and everything is all original on that. Wow. The only thing I've done to it that's had new parts is the windscreen rubber, with front and rear windscreen rubbers. Yep. But yeah, other than that, it's all original, all chrome, everything.
And what's next with it?
I'm going to sell it.
I love the apprehension.
Cars. Well, I don't sell cars, I keep them. And I do them and I keep them. You've got to be in the Gumboot Rally.
Right.
Gumboot Rally is really good. I loved it.
Yes.
As you know, I did the Gumboot Rally in my RS4 wagon, didn't I? And I love that car as well.
Oh, I'm a huge RS4 fan. The V8 RS4, there's nothing.
I don't think that'll ever leave my possession, to be honest.
I couldn't sell one of them either.
4 years old. Yes. Got the original carpets in it. They're mint. And the seats, I just re-trimmed the leather on the front seats. It was mainly because the stitching had come apart from like the sun. Yep. It wrecked the stitching and the seats and that, and of course then the leather is shrunk because there's never did anything with that. Yep. So the guy owned it for 48 years. So I just replaced the leather that needed replacing. So I'm just trying to keep it as original as I can, really. Cool. In some respects.
Well, thank you for letting me drive it.
My pleasure.